if you zoomed in to see if you could see what's under my skirt, you're a pervert. So, welcome. Most High God, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to your children. So, hello and welcome once again. Today, we're here to mind Scorpio female's business. Scorpio female and her potential white man. He got some messages that he wants me to deliver to her. So, we got through the first deck. If you're interested to know what's the tea in part 1, you can go and find that video. So this is part 2, and I've been guided to my personal deck. So what I'm gonna do is, according to the players that come out, there's a message that he wants to tell you about him and you, Scorpio female. So what we're gonna do is, depending on the players that come out, I will relate them as they relate to me to deliver the message to you. Okay? So let's see. The second part of his message to you, Scorpio female. So God and your potential white man speaks. Okay. Okay, so you have a landlord energy popping out, along with this character is an uncle of mine. So the landlord with an uncle. So that could be saying that property is owned by family. Okay, so he wants you to know that there's property owned by his family. All right. So, like I said, this reading concerning Scorpio female and her potential white man, it has the ability to teach others as well. So I do recommend that you watch it. It's like a kind of like a love reading, you know, from a reality perspective. Okay, so it'll teach you a thing or two about relationships. So I do suggest that you guys listen to part 1 as a podcast. Okay, you'll learn a thing or two. If you don't want to hear me talking to my enemies in the beginning of that reading, just kind of skip forward. I had some words to tell them, and then I went into Scorpio's reading. But there's a lot of gems in there that just about everybody can benefit from. Okay? So, yeah, if you want to understand what's happening here, I suggest that you watch part 1, because I'm not going to go over what happened or the messages that were in part 1. As a matter of fact, I do recommend you watching the Scorpio female reading as well, the karma reading, because that's where he showed up. He and God, they took over my reading, wanting to deliver these messages to Scorpio female, and I had to kind of take back over my reading. So I was telling Scorpio female, well, I'll do your own reading on your own time, where y'all get to express yourselves as you wish, right? So I'm kind of playing middleman, matchmaker type vibe for this Scorpio female and her potential white man. Okay, so if you want to know what's happening, there's gems in both parts, the Scorpio female karma reading and also the part one that I did day before yesterday for Scorpio female and her potential white man. Okay, I won't give you the gossip. If you're interested, you can go watch it yourself, because there's things in there that you can learn as well and apply to yourself. Okay, whether you're old or young in relationships, you can learn something from the messages that were shared in those videos. To those of you who are up to date with what's going on with Scorpio female and her potential white man, let's go. Okay, so far he wants you to know, Scorpio female, that he has family with property, so you'll be taken care of. He's not a bum, whoever he is. He has money, okay, and he's willing to spend it on and share it with you. He has money and he has access to things as well. So my name just pop up. With the same uncle's name at the bottom of the deck. What the hell does this have to do with me? Okay, wait. Related to you. Okay, so I guess Chanel in this reading will be representing who? The white man or Scorpio female? Okay, so Chanel in this deck is representing him. Okay, so when we see my name pop up, it's self. So that would be himself, because he's talking to you, Scorpio female. Okay. Okay, so that was him. He want to be recognized. Oh gosh. He said, you see me? I want you to see me. I want you to see exactly what you're looking at. You're not looking at a bum. Okay? This man is really pleading his case with you, Scorpio female. What? I'm not going to tell you to say yes, and I'm not going to tell you to say no. I'm going to tell you the truth. Okay? And you should listen to the first 2 videos that came before this to know what the truth of this man is. Because he hasn't been trying to lie to you and pretend to be what he's not either. He's been very straightforward with you in these messages that have been delivered in the 2 videos before, and he started out being straightforward again. So he's a very upfront guy, okay? You may not like everything that he has to say, you may not like everything about him, but one thing you can be sure of is honesty. Okay, that's nice. We're on the fast track today. We're not doing the long way, at least not with this part of the shuffling. That's nice to know. So, at the The same uncle again at the bottom of the deck. So his uncle, the landlord. Okay, that's the subject matter of this part of the message that he wants me to deliver to you. In my story, this uncle, he is a good guy, but he was kind of influenced in the wrong direction, Scorpio. Let's just bear that in mind. So nobody's perfect, okay? But he gets along with this uncle, okay? And the uncle grants him access to his things. Okay, so the first card we have, dark-hearted clan member, and it's in the reverse. Let's check to see if it's meant to be interpreted that way. Yeah, see, like I said, this uncle, he was pulled in the wrong direction, but he's actually of his own self a good guy. So yeah, there's that. Then we have woman stranger number 3 that he wants to talk about. And we have another man I know. So there's a woman and a man in whatever he wants to tell you in this part of the message. And we have a shop attendant. And we have 139C, which is a shop. In the building where I live, I'm in A. There's a house in B, and there's a shop in part C. Okay, there's a shop front where I live. So the shop attendant. Okay, let's look at the bottom of the deck. So the bottom of the deck, we have this person. This person is my brother. Okay, in my story. And then we have a superstar. Okay. And this, we have a friend of an ex-lover. Okay. Then we have a shopkeeper. I'm feeling 3 more. A woman I don't know but have seen before. I'll explain it all to you in a moment, Scorpio female. Don't be confused. I'm just getting the cards first. Then we got Lil Wayne. This is gonna be you. Okay? Because in my real story, this person was my potential. So in your story, the white man, he's represented by my card, and the potential would be you. So let's see what comes next. uh Jennifer Brown. So this lady is an ex-friend of mine, but is someone who I still have love for and I sympathize with because she's highly underrated. So this man sees you as being highly underrated, Scorpio female. Okay? And that's why he's locked on to you so much, because he's like, he sees your potential, he sees who you are and what your value. He sees your value. That's why he's trying so hard to reach out to you and let you know that he's interested in you. Okay? So he's saying to himself, like, you deserve better. All right, Scorpio female. But remember, he's not a walk in the park. But he's willing to work with you. He has respect for you. And he's a man of God as well. So there's that. Because God is here vouching for him. That don't mean things are going to be perfect. Okay? So get perfection out of your mind. This is reality we're dealing with. Okay? So that's the underlying issue. Yeah, look, what's coming in next is this Ian Buffon Sr. So this person is someone who is quite abusive to me. He started rumors about me and got me on the US government's watch list. So this would be representative of him, his enemy. Okay, coming in next. So it's like, he sees your value, he wants to be there for you, and obviously his enemies are going to come in and try to mess it up. So not only do you have to deal with your own flaws, you have to deal with his flaws as well, Scorpio female, and you have to deal with the fact that there are outside influences that are going to be trying to break up your happy home. Okay? If you do get together and you guys work things out and you got some stability within your different personality traits and your characteristics are meshing well, there are outside influences that will come and try to break that up. But that's always the case, isn't it? So let's see what the message is here. What does God want us, what do they want us to highlight in this situation? So the uncle was a dark-hearted clan member, but he's changed. It's like he's found himself. So if you get in this family and you hear certain things about this uncle, he wants you to know it may or may not be true, but don't let it like mess with what we got going on, because everybody has a past and everybody has the right to redemption. And so this uncle has decided that he wants to be a better person. He doesn't want to be who he used to be in the past. Okay? Just like this white man that's interested in you, he doesn't want to be who he was in the past, because the way he grew up with being racist. He grew up with all the teachings that uppity white people give to their younger generations. Okay? That hatred for everything and everyone that doesn't look like the white race. Okay? And a superiority complex for everyone who doesn't look like the white race. Okay? I have to say look like, because there's some black people that look like they're white and they manage to slip through the cracks and get all the benefits of a white person when they were not white. So jokes on them. But anyway, so we're gonna zero in on this uncle. Let's zero in on the uncle. Well, the uncle's past. We're gonna zero in on the dark-hearted clan member energy in the reverse. So he's no longer like that. He's found himself, he's found his way. He's decided that lifestyle is not for me, at least not in this season of my life. Because, like I said, good and evil, they reign in seasons. Not too long ago, we were in the season where evil was reigning, evil was supreme, evil was winning. But what we got transitioning right now in the earth as we speak is that move from evil being on top to the good actually being on top. Love is going to benefit you more in these times and going forward for the foreseeable future than manipulation and lies and cheating and killing and I'm gonna get you before you get me and it's a dog eat dog world. All that shit is trash now. It's powerless. Okay? Love is going to get us progress going forward for the foreseeable future. So this uncle, he seemed to be seeing the times. That don't mean that he not gonna do some dark shit again, but he knows that at this time that's not who I want to be. I want a better life for myself. I want to be able to live with my own conscience, and therefore I'm gonna try and do what's right going forward for the foreseeable future. And he's right. That's all that God wants. When the season of good is over and evil has been given the power or the green light to dominate again, then he can go back to being who he used to be and do what he used to do. But right now, it's not benefiting him. It's not profitable to be evil right now. Okay? So we're going to take a closer look at the dark-hearted clan member energy because they want to highlight some facts about that. So what's the I'll get to the underlying issue and I'll get to I'll translate what this underlying issue is that's going on here. Okay? But it's like you have a brother that's a superstar. Okay? That's what so far that's the vibe that's coming through. You have a brother who is well known, whether that's overground or underground. And Beyonce is not a small superstar character. Beyonce is huge. Okay? So whoever your brother is, if you don't know that you have a brother who is very well known, know that you have a brother that's very well known. Or maybe it's his brother that's very well known. He has a famous brother. Okay? So one of you have a very, 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 very famous brother or sister. Well, brother, because that's a brother card. That's the first part of the underlying issue. But let's take a look at the dark clan member energy, and we'll come back to understanding the underlying story here. So if it's not you, it's the white man who has a very, very, very famous brother. And it could be you who has a very, very famous brother, Scorpio female. Maybe you just don't know you have a brother. So don't be too quick to dismiss the possibility of it being your brother. Okay? Not only very famous, but also very gifted. Because look at Beyonce. Look at Beyonce's talents. Okay, that's not regular. Okay, so we got manipulation, wanting to show its face, and at the bottom of the deck, ooh, we got Saint Lucia. Hmm, interesting. Because Saint Lucia came up in my messages recently, and it's basically political. Okay, so he could have a very uh, this uncle of his could be in politics. So he comes from a very affluent family. So we got a brother here that's very famous and gifted, and we have a politician uncle that he's close to who he's turning from bad to good. I like this. Because you know it's the ones who are in the system who have the most power to affect change in the system. So it's like cleaning out the this horrible system from the inside. That's perfect. And I don't know who you are, Scorpio female, that God would be adamant about this message coming out on my channel for you. So that means you must be somebody of very high repute as well, even if you're not known. When it comes to spiritual ranking, you got it. Okay, so you could be an earth angel, or maybe one of the 144,000, or a prophetess, but God has blessed you. Whoever you are blessed and highly favored. Literally, you are blessed and highly favored. No matter what your life look like, people gonna always be after you, but you're gonna always escape. Remember the Scorpio female and what the karma was. There were people watching you, and they were seeing what was happening in your life, and these people don't even know you. People take it up. There are people out there who take it upon themselves, even though they don't know you, Scorpio female, to protect you. And your very own were trying to trap you and hurt you and blame you for things that you have nothing to do with. And there are people on the outside seeing your story, risking their own lives, their own safety, their own peaceful journey to bless you. So whoever you are, you fit right in with this level of superiority. Okay? You got power. If you're not well known now, you're gonna be well known. And maybe right now you are well known, but underground. Excuse me. didn't really feel like paying attention to this, but it's the shoes card. So the shoes would represent things like walking in the right direction, or represent your path, your journey. You know, let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. International Criminal Court. Like I said, these are people with power, and so are you. Ooh. Ooh. So y'all are about to use your power in the right way? Well, at least they're on the job trying to use their power in the right way. Their power and their position. Like I said, the uncle is a politician, and he used to be a naughty politician, but now he's like, y'all are going too far, and I have a conscience. Okay? I can't sleep at night doing all this stupid shit. Y'all are doing too fucking much now. It's alright to steal a little here and steal a little there, but y'all are really fucking up society as a whole, and this shit don't look good. That's how the uncle feels. That's funny. But very right, uncle. Right on. They're doing too much. And that's why if you stay on the path of helping to clean this mess up, God will elevate you. And your name will go down in the history books talking nice things. And your people will be blessed because of what you have done, instead of being cursed because of what you have done. See how easy you flip that? Whew. Yeah, beheaded. Cut off the head off the snake. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. The God of War. See, the God of War wants to use this uncle. Okay? The God of War wants to use this uncle to cut off the head of this awful body of corruption that they call the system. Cut off the head off of this awful body of corruption that we call the system, the establishment. What else they call him? The cabal. You're trash. You're an idiot. The oligarchy. Cut that fucking head off, yes. So God wanna use y'all. And that's the reason why it's so important that I deliver these messages. Because you're a VIP. If you didn't know, now you know, Scorpio. Okay. So God is the one that's, if you don't get together in a love relationship, at least an association, you know, you would all benefit from being associated. Oh! I'm telling you, we have about 18 more years. By 2044, this world is going to look very much like the heaven, well, a lot more like the heaven that we hope to create. Instead of living in hell on earth, by 2044, this world is going to be significantly better. Right now, it's just the little raindrops of clean up the mess is taking place. That's why a lot of people are waking up now. A lot of people are having like that vibe where they say, you know what, enough of this stupid shit. It's not worth it. Okay, a lot of people are having a change of heart at this time. And what comes after a change of heart? A change of action. And what comes after right actions are applied? Better results. So we're going to hear a lot of reports of a lot of things that we have not been hearing about, but we should be. Like people standing up for justice. Departments actually doing the work that they try to convince the public that they do. There will be less corruption. That's what we're doing. That's what's happening right now. Less corruption. Okay, energy. So Scorpio female, you factor into that in some way. And it may or may not be the white man who is in love with you that is going to really play a role in that, but he is linked to people who have the power to make the changes that we need and want to see in the world. So Scorpio female, you could be the type of person that's quite like me, who we want better. We want society to be healthier, operate more fairly. Okay? It's not hard. You want the best for humanity, basically. You want the revolution, a positive revolution. So these people are good links. Exactly how are they going to help you to realize or manifest your desires to make the world a better place is yet to be seen. But that's what they're here for. And that's the reason why God wanted me to tell you all these things. Because remember, God showed up with this man in the beginning. They both tried to take over my reading. I had to stop it like, hello, matchmaker, I am not. Okay? We're on a mission here. Let's get back to the matter at hand, please, and thank you. Between this white man and God, they wanted to take over my whole reading, bruv. I was like, how rude. Okay, so concerning the uncle who was a dark-hearted clan member, he was in support of the corruption and the corrupted system. Okay, and now he's not. He said, cut it off. Okay, so we got Taya. And that's coming through as him being tired. He's had enough. Okay? I know it's spelled Tyre, but I'm the doctor here. Well, I'm the assistant doctor. And the head doctor says it's tired. Just like how God uses the food deck sometimes to give us messages, psychological messages. It's the same way God can use any deck to deliver any message, you just have to be open to God's interpretation. And that's why it's not good to try and read other people's cards. Okay? Your best bet is to develop a form of communication with the divine for yourself if you don't trust what people are telling you. All right? So, this man is tired. His uncle is tired. He's tired of the nonsense. And whatever cards come out, they will most likely confirm, because the subject matter is he's tired. Okay, so 2 cards fell out, and they both fell out in the reverse. We got demote in the reverse and justice in the reverse, but we're going to check to see if they're meant to be interpreted that way. Yeah, God said just like that. Okay, so we got, oh, my phone needs charging. Hold on. Oh, for fuck's sake. Uh-oh. Okay. Sheesh. Good God. Okay. Okay, so they came out in the reverse, and that's how they're meant to be interpreted. So the subject matter was tired. Okay? He's tired. So we got demote in the reverse. So, what does that say? To be demoted in the reverse is to have a secret promotion. Okay? So, it may not look like this person has power, but he has power. But it's covert. It's a secret. So this is kind of like the janitor at the school looking like he's so unimportant, when really and truly he funds the school. He built the school. He paid for the school. Okay? A janitor at a private school. You see him as just a janitor, but really and truly, he owns the school, and he's only there playing the role of janitor because he wants to keep a close eye on his business. So don't be so quick to dismiss people who look like they are lowly. Lowly, lowly. Not everybody who look like a nobody is actually a nobody, and that's what we got going on with this uncle of his. Okay, and then we got justice in the reverse. So justice in the reverse, something look like justice, but it is not justice. So let me do that mathematics. Lyrical mathematics. So we got demotion, that's not really a demotion, and we got justice, something that look like justice, that's not justice. Do you see how twisty that is? Do you see how twisted that look? So it's like, what is the truth here? So like I said, it's covert. there's a lot of smoke and mirrors going on with this uncle. Okay? But let's read the underlying issue and make this justice in the reverse make sense. Because I get the demotion in the reverse, but the justice in the reverse, I want to make sure I'm interpreting that right, and I can only do so when I see the rest of the file. Dude's like, it's mine. Okay. The structure. My structure. Okay. Ooh, CARICOM. Caribbean Community. Let's read on. This year, and remember, St. Lucia popped out with, what was the card? Let's pull out the cards first, and then I'll get back to that. It might come back to me. So, got, okay, 4 more. Downfall, psychological operation of deception, Honorable Marcus Garvey, the god of war, using this uncle, okay, to drop bombs on the architecture, the structure. Okay, so what I'm getting right away is this man want to remove the structure of things and rebuild it. Like what we want to do, we need to remove this current system and rebuild it, restructure. Sorry, I have an itch. Okay, so this is a mindfuck, but I could do it. I'm better at lyrical mathematics than numerical mathematics. Okay, and then we got the chairman coming next. So that's a person of power. So the person looked like they've been demoted, but really and truly he's been given more power. Okay, this is good news. Okay, so he's been given power over the unjust system that they put to us looking like justice. So the same way that they are faking us, making us believe that the things that they do are right and we're doing our best for the people. This is political, Scorpio female. So whoever you are, you either are tied into politics or you are about to be tied into politics and the government and all these things, okay? You're being encouraged to do so, okay? Or you're being, what's the word when you, propositioned. You're being propositioned to get involved because they see your power and you would fit right in here. You got power that they could use to their advantage. God is calling you and God is hooking you up with basically a vigilante group that has access to the inside of the system. So you're being propositioned to help change the system. And I know that that's something that you want to do. And that's why they got their eye on you. But the nephew, he don't just want you to work with him. He want to be yours and he want you to be his. Okay? He want to marry you. Okay? Okay. So, let's see. So yeah, so the justice is the unjust system. Okay? So he's like, mine structure, like my ideas. I have a better idea because we got CARICOM. So CARICOM is short for the Caribbean Community. So see this on a grander scale. It's not about the Caribbean only. It's about the human family. Like, we could do better than this and do this. Like, this year there's gonna be a downfall, okay, of the psychological operation of deception, which is making something that is unjust look like it's justice. Okay? That's the psychological operation. So the system has been fooling us all. And this man, he was part of it, but he no longer wants to support the corruption. So somehow he's gonna experience a demotion to the public eye, but really and truly, he's being elevated by God. Okay? Because they're here to bring this corrupted system down, bomb the architecture. So this is kind of like, what did I call it? Operation Destroy the One World Government Agenda reading. I have to put this in that playlist as well, because clearly that's what this is about. They say, I want to fuck this shit up, and you're the right gal to help. Are you up for it or nah? Even God is like, are you up for it, my child, or nah? You can say no. So yeah, so let's read on. We got Chairman and Sue. Yeah, he got beef with them. He like, I'm taking y'all asses to court, aka International Criminal Court. Whether it's actually the International Criminal Court or the spiritual International Criminal Court, dude say, yeah, we want justice. It's time to turn things the right way around. I'm sick of this shit. Y'all just took life. Y'all took all the beauty and the brilliance and the joy out of life, and y'all turn it into this fucking cesspool. That's what I heard. Cesspool. Uncle said it's a cesspool. Uncle don't like it. And Uncle sees your power, Scorpio female, and Uncle say, you would fit right in here. I see how we can use your power. But Uncle Nephew want to marry you too. But Uncle Nephew is a handful. Okay? Remember that. So yeah, Chairman Sue, the dungeon, and this is St. Lucia representing the system again. He's like, we got a court case. Spiritual court case. If not an actual physical one in their own courts. Is either he gonna take them to court, their own court, and win, or he got links with people who think like him, who want to clean this mess up as well, and y'all gonna be doing it from behind the scenes, covertly, secretly. Because there's that St. Lucia energy again. That's representing the system. The St. Lucia energy and the CARICOM energy, because St. Lucia is part of the Caribbean. So it's like, it's not for, so this could be like the oligarchy, those who run the oligarchy. And dude is like, nah, it's for everybody. You see? They're underground, and it's the small, because St. Lucia is just a small island, but the CARICOM is everybody. Okay? So it may not be about the Caribbean, or it could be, but it's certainly about we the people and the oligarchy. There's the oligarchy and there's we the people. So this is definitely a person who is in politics. He don't like the system, and he says this shit's gotta change. And he says, Scorpio female, I see you with a gift, and I know that you can help us to do what the headmaster, the god of war, want to accomplish on this earth. And I would love you to help us. Okay? So that's what he want you to know about his uncle. That's what he and God want you to know about this uncle. And who's better to bring this horrible system down than somebody who knows the system from the inside? He knows how they operate. He knows who the players are. But he has a change of heart. He said, nah, man, I'm not like y'all. I thought I was like y'all, but y'all are doing too much. No, we're not the same. They're not the same, and I don't want to be like you people. Y'all are crazy. Yeah. So the decision is yours, Scorpio female. Anything else? What else you want us to look at? So there's the uncle. There's a woman stranger. Oh, number two. I said number three. Interesting. So my mind perceived number three, but it says woman stranger number two. So what does that mean? That means something. It's like one person playing two roles. Well, that's not unheard of in this day because a lot of people are wearing these meat suits now or these plastic suits that make them look like somebody completely different. They got different hair, different teeth. They just go home and put on their makeup like Eddie Murphy does in his movies. You'll never know it's Eddie Murphy. Okay? You think it's Cletus. It's not Cletus. You think it's grandma. It's not grandma. Remember Nutty Professor? 1 and 2. Eddie Murphy played the mother, the father, the grandmother, Professor Clump. Who else? Just watch the movie and you see. I remember in Coming to America, Eddie Murphy was, you know the Italian man in the barber shop where they were cussing. Eddie Murphy played that guy. I believe that Eddie Murphy also played, and he was like white in that movie. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, so we're living in those times, y'all, where what you're looking at is not always what you're actually looking at. Okay, and we need to become conscious of that because that's our new reality. Now, every light skinned person is a light skinned person. Now, every white person is actually a white person. Now, every black person is a black person. Now, every Indian person is actually an Indian person. Y'all need to recognize that fact. And you only have to have the money to buy the suit to do whatever you want to do in that persona. Money talks. Money and the links. Okay? And especially when you're dealing with these people in politics and that, they know the people who are selling these masks, these CIA like masks and stuff, whole bodysuit and all type of shit. Look at fucking what's his name, Tyler Perry and Medea. It looks so real. Look at Tyler Perry and Joe. The makeup looks so real. Listen, I've watched Tyler Perry, and even you know that right under here, Joe. You know when old people, they don't really exercise and then this part get all wrinkly and protruding downwards, and it moves as well. You swear to God it's real. Wake up and see what human beings are doing. So how many people do you cross or walk past on a daily basis or even interact with on a daily basis that's actually just wearing a costume? Really think about that. Somebody committing a crime, don't be so quick to be so sure about what the fuck you're seeing. Make sure in your witness statements you bear that in mind. It could have been a costume. You've seen them on the internet. You've seen them in the movies. It's here in our world, our everyday world already. Be mindful. So, okay, so now we're going to look at the underlying issue. Because they could be on your team, but they could also be on the opposite team doing that. This is why I'm saying it. So your team can be playing double, triple, quadruple characters. One teammate could play 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20 different people. But the other side can do that as well. And they've been doing that. Okay? Be mindful. There's something going on with the shop attendant, but God don't want to focus on that right now. So let's see the underlying issue here. So we got a brother who is very, very famous. Okay? And then we have a friend of an ex-lover who is a shopkeeper. And then we have a woman who is not known. So the brother could either be yours or the white man's brother, okay? This woman, it could be somebody that you or the white man don't know but have seen before. And then we got you coming in as the Little Wayne card, being underrated. Okay, so I'm seeing it as who you are around. So this is your brother. Okay, so this is your people. The brother who is very famous, that's your people. And then we have the shopkeeper. We got the shopkeeper who is a friend of your lover. So these are basically people who have betrayed you. And that's why this card came out, the card that speaks of someone who is underrated. Because above all else, in my mind, this is how I see her. She's underrated. People don't appreciate her the way that she deserves to be appreciated. And that's how they see you. So you are being belittled and underrated by your own people. And these people, these white people, they see that. So they're like, since y'all don't know how to appreciate somebody like this Scorpio female, how about we take her from you? And God agrees. God agrees. So you got family members and lovers or ex-lovers and their friends and whatnot that are betraying you and probably getting money off of you. Even people that you don't really know like that, they're in on whatever they're doing to you, and these people see that. And they see what you stand for. You stand for justice. You stand for righteousness. You want the world to be a better place, basically. And they agree with you. They feel the same way about the world as you do, or y'all resonate to some degree. And so you could pool your powers together and really help to make a positive change in this world. And that's the reason why this man is so interested in you. You can help to bring about justice in the world. And they appreciate you for that. Whatever your gifts, your knowledge base is, they see how you're worth so much more than the people around you give you credit for. They're calling them fools because they are. It's all about the money for them. That's as high as their aspirations go. I want to be rich. That's all their aspirations. They want house and money and car and land and enjoy holidays and whatnot, but be a slave to this corrupt system. Watch people get abused on a daily basis and, oh, it's not happening to me, so I don't care. because it's not happening to me. It's not happening to my children. It's not happening to the people that I love. So I don't really care. That's how the people around you, they think and they behave. That's how they interact with the world from a spiritual and physical and financial and social perspective. Money over everything. So let's get your last message from this deck. So now we know why this white man loves you so much. So we got one more message from him to you, Scorpio female. Okay, I'm hearing this part of the message is from God. Okay, God said this part of the message is from God, not your potential husband or potential boyfriend or potential associate. Because dear white man who's in love with Scorpio female so much, I'd like to take this time to tell you that if you want Scorpio to be focused and to be able to use her God-given gifts with clarity to help with such a big mission, she can't be dealing with your shit. You can't be disturbing her with your personality flaws. You can't be stressing her out and expect her to operate at optimum level. And you know your uncle ain't somebody to play with. He know people who know people if he don't do his due himself. Don't mess up this operation. This is too serious. This is too important for you to not take it seriously. So if Scorpio female choose to get involved with your clan, you're going to have to take responsibility over your personality flaws and not make them Scorpio female's problem, because she got other problems to think about. Minimize the problematic side of you. Okay, white man? God bless you. Dude wanna kiss me right now. One love to you too. But seriously, this is serious business, okay? Heads can roll, literally. Oh yeah, Beheaded and St. Lucia, those are the two cards that came out. So the St. Lucia is representing the oligarchy. Behead the oligarchy. Yeah, that's the mission. Take the head off the bumbleclot snake. Because how you gonna fix the problem if you're not tackling the problem at the root? It don't make no sense. Yeah, see? Nephilim, the good guys. So like I said, there are three different states of being. The Nephilim state of being, the Anunnaki state of being, and the reptilian state of being. The Nephilim state of being are those who work for God. The Anunnaki state of being is those who are in between. They're not really sure. They can either be a good guy or a bad guy. It just depends on what day you catch them on. The Nephilim, they make it a priority to bring out their best at all times. The reptilian is the ones that don't give a fuck. Okay? The reptilians are the ones that are selfish. The way how your family is thinking, Scorpio female, like shit, it's not happening to me or my people, so I don't care. That's reptilian mentality. Okay? Nephilims are the ones who say, I can't be happy and watch so many other people struggling because of no fault of their own. If they were struggling because of their laziness or their incompetence, their unwillingness to do better for themselves, then I could watch you struggle because you deserve to be there. But when people are going to school and they're getting a job and you're getting paid crap money because those who are above you decide that because they have the power to not pay you what you are actually worth, they're just not going to, because who gonna check me? Who gonna stop me? Who gonna say something about it? That's abuse. And if your reason for not being able to be happy or successful is because you're being abused, then it's time for us to get up and do something about it. Because nobody has the right to decide somebody else's own destiny, especially if you're working hard for what you achieve. Why should you not get what you deserve? You should get what you deserve because you worked hard for it. But those who are in charge of the system, they block people from getting what they deserve, and that is the problem. The prices of goods and whatnot, they keep going up for what? But the wages, they don't go up. If they go up, they go up by some crappy money. Because if you're getting, say, a $10 or £10 raise, or even $100 or £100 raise, and the economy is such that we got 21 to 40 years, so it's Nephilim and at your prime age, okay? But if you're getting, say, £100 extra on your paycheck every month, but yet your rent has increased, your car payments increased, food has increased, electricity has increased, you know that the increases far outweigh the increase of the wage. Okay, the cost of living increase, it significantly outweighs the rise in pay of the wage. If you're so fortunate to get $100 or £100 extra, most people, I imagine, don't. I don't really work in that world. I'm self-employed, so I don't know how it works out there, but it's something like that. I know that them paychecks don't move, and if they do move, it's by some stupid money. I heard somebody say something like 50 pence, but I refuse to believe that that is true. What would a 50 pence pay rise do for me or anybody when everything else is rising? Make it make sense. It don't make sense, and it's deliberate. And it's shit like that that needs to stop. That type of architecture of doing things, that type of structure of the system, it needs to be eradicated. Stop it. Something needs to be done. It's going too far now. We don't mind some pressure, clearly, but it's going too far. And at what point do we say stop? When we can no longer breathe? When the water has covered our nose, is that when we gonna scream out and say, ow, you're hurting me? Is that when we gonna scream out as the masses and say, yeah, you're hurting me? Them time your mouth and your nose is underwater, my friend, you can't say anything. You be drowning. So you're supposed to nip that shit in the bud before your nose go under the water. Cause right now, it's like here. If you breathe too hard, you drown. That's the current state of humanity right now. Most of us are on the brink of bankruptcy, on the brink of homelessness, on the brink of starvation, because we can't afford to eat. It's not that there's no food there. And it does not have to be that way. And the reason why it's that way is not a justified reason. It's because of greed and control, bullying. That's not a good enough reason for us to suffer like this. And I'll be honest with you, my life is pretty good. God takes care of me, so I don't even feel the kind of pressures that are out there that many other people are feeling. But yet still, I stand for the cause because I know what other people are going through. And I would hate that to be me. So I'm going to risk my safety, my ability to eat, my life for other people who are suffering. Nephilim energy. I live like a princess, because I am. But yet still, the cause of the people, I suffer with them spiritually. And I'm willing to put myself out there and suffer with them physically. Because I'm going to kick ass in the middle of that suffering. You ain't going to just suffer me and I'm the only one that's fucking suffering. Whoever is suffering me, I'm going to find you. By the power of God vested in me, I'm going to find you and you going to suffer too. You going to hate the fact that you made me suffer. That's how you stand up for yourself. You're not going to drown me and you're living like a prince and a princess. And you're so evil, I deserve to live like a prince or a princess. The meek shall inherit the earth, bitch. This was once Satan's playground. It's not your playground anymore. It's ours now, the meek. We've come for our property and our people. We've come for our slice of heaven that God promised us. And we know that we have to make it happen. The shit ain't gonna just happen just like that. So if you want a battle, you got it. Since you don't want to step down willingly, we will remove you. Period. We could do this the easy way or the hard way, but you know what? When it's all said and done, you're going to lose oligarchy, cabal, fake Illuminati, 1%, world domination scheme people. You're going to lose. Even if we lose some, you're going to lose all. We win. The earth is the devil's playground. Yeah, but the meek shall inherit the earth. It's ours now. It's that time. Move or we gonna move you. Devil. Devil people. Evil people. Wicked people. Stupid people. Ungodly people. You're fired. God say y'all are fake. For 120 years or so, y'all been fake. With all your certificates talking about your police and your judge and your army, this and your this and that, and your head of corporation, and you're fake. And that's why we gonna move you. You idiot. What's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah, your reputation, you see, you're just fake. You present yourself as though you mean well, when all you're doing is just a whole bunch of wicked shit behind the scene, bruv. You're dead. Yeah, I said you're dead. That's dead and you're dead too. You either get with the times or you fall all the way the fuck behind. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. That's what we got going on, and there's nothing that you can do about it. It's our turn. The meek shall inherit the earth. Period. And we have the God of war on our side. What the fuck do you have, idiot? God don't even like you right now. The earth, the wind, the water, the fire, the spirit, the mind, the heart don't like you right now. Wicked people. You have nothing on your side. You're standing on air. It's like in the cartoons where coyote is chasing Roadrunner, and Roadrunner escape and Coyote run right off the cliff, and Coyote is just up in the air, standing on nothing, walking around until Coyote realized, God damn, there's nothing underneath me. Then that's what we got right now, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, these idiots, they're standing on nothing. No power. That's the reality of the oligarchy and the people who want us to have this one world government. They're standing on nothing. Okay, so yeah, we got changed their mindset or beliefs 150 years. So it was a plan. And then as of about 120 years ago, they started executing these evil plans. That's why the world just got worse and 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 worse. And if we don't stop it, it's not going to get better. These people don't have no intentions to do better. They are completely conscious of how evil, how awful they are. It's intentional. We got over 1,000 years in the works. It's been in the works for a long time. Don't think they're just gonna change their plans now because we say so. Nah, man, they're gonna ride this shit till the wheels fall off, and so are we. Because the meek shall inherit the earth. We're bringing prophecy to pass. You've got mail. Change the educational system, educational institution. Dog eat dog world. You better get them before they get you. Everybody's taking a little bit off the top. Everybody's lying. Everybody's hustling each other. They made that shit the norm. And look at us. You get into business with somebody, you can't even go into it wholeheartedly. Trust no one. What kind of life is that? That's very stressful. I'm in business with you, but I can't trust you to be fair to me. I live with you, I'm married to you, but I can't trust you to treat me right. I am your mother or I am your child, and I can't trust that I am safe with you. What kind of life is that? That's hell. That's what that is. It's all hell. That's why there's so many miserable people around. That's why there's so many other people abusing people. Some of the times it's revenge. We just don't get the full story. That's why the world is just so jacked up right now. This is what we've created with these mindsets and these beliefs. We allow those who sit at the top, call themselves the elite, to teach us these things through the movies and the music, through our families, through generations. It's a horrible formula for living. It doesn't work. It's destructive. As you can see. You're in a room full of people and yet you feel lonely inside. It's because you have cut that spiritual bond. So it's not actual physical companionship that we are after. It's that energy of camaraderie. It's that energy of family. It's that energy of friendship. That's what we truly value. It's not just being in the same room with someone. Because if you're in the same room with a whole 1,000 people and none of them like you, you are alone. And how do you get people to like you? You have to both decide to be good people within yourselves. That's a complete different energy that you're building right there. And we live in such a wicked world that when you and the person that you choose to be friends with or lovers with or in a great family relationship with, when you two work out your kinks and you manage to do that, there are outside people who come and manipulate the situation, trying to destroy the balance and the love and the mutual respect that you have managed to build. You have to keep your eyes and your ears open, people. This is the part of the story where we really have to keep our eyes and our mind open and don't be so quick to believe everything that you hear and everything that you see. Humankind is intelligent, but they use their intelligence for the most perverse things, the most wicked things. That's what they use their wisdom for. 99% of the time. That's the part of the story that we're at right now. And it's not everybody who is like that, but it's too many people that are like that. It's become the norm for society. It's unhealthy and destructive. We need to bring back morality. We need to care about morality again. To truly be happy, to truly have friendships, to truly be in love, to truly experience love with the people around us and have trust, to live a life of peace. You have to bring back morality. I have to know that I value morality and the people I'm dealing with, they value morality too. The secret is out. That's exactly what our problem is. We are destroying society with this dog eat dog mentality, with this mentality of corruption, competition. Going about getting our riches and whatnot in all the wrong ways. That's why we're so unhappy. That's why so many people are killing themselves and killing each other. Because everybody, most people who practice this way of being, they could give it, but they can't take it. They're absolutely cool with fucking over other people, but they're not cool with people fucking them over. I thought that's the game you were playing. You should just get it fucked and move on. I thought that's what society was playing. I'm not playing that shit, but that's what y'all like. I'm cold. I'm the baddest bitch. Why you get mad when somebody win against you? In your manipulative game. In your lying game. In your cheating game. In your let me use you game. Why are you mad? That's what you're playing. That's the aim of the game, is to use each other. See who can lie the best. Isn't that what you're doing? That's what you're doing. So why are you mad? Play your game and shut up or get out. Go play a different game. The secret is out about this mindset that's been brewing for 1,000 years. Now we understand what is happening. It's in full view. That's exactly what's happening. You say that this is how you want to live and this is just how things are, but yet still you get mad. Why you getting mad? It's because it goes against how you were made. It goes against your conscience. It goes against human progress. It goes against your progress, because every time you think you've climbed up, somebody's gunning for you to pull you down. It's not that you're not successful because you haven't done anything. It's that you are not successful because y'all keep trying to pull each other down. You're working together, and yet behind the scenes, you're working against each other. How does that work? If you want to make real progress, you have to work together. Isn't that what the secret society, one world government agenda people do? They got their own problems, but they work together. It's when they get to the top of the game, that's when they're going to really start killing each other, because everybody want to be the leader. So even though they're not killing each other right now, when the part of the game come, if it arises, let's look at an alternate reality where, let's say that they manage this one world government agenda. Let's say they successfully got that. That's when the real madness begins, because everybody wants to be the last one to call the shots. Everybody wants to be the ultimate ruler. All of them want to be the ultimate ruler. So even though they're working together so beautifully now on the surface, if they were to get their stupid wish, then they would also receive their stupid prize. Because now nobody's drink is safe, nobody's food is safe, nobody's home is safe. They'll be bombing and poisoning and snipering each other. The last man standing. They ought to be glad that God is not going to give them their wish. God is saving their lives. It will be real mayhem among them if they really accomplish this one world government agenda. It will be down to the last one standing. People who were comrades for years and years and years, they would be arch enemies, and you wonder how. It's because everybody wants to be the ultimate ruler. That's why. It's not rocket science. The oligarchy, each member, they'll be dropping like flies by their own. We wouldn't even have to do anything to try to take them out. They'll do it for us. The rotten fruits fall off the tree by themselves. Money. Power. I don't have a power card in here, so it's about the power. At the bottom of the deck, it's deep fake. That's it, that shit is fake. All power that they're making it look like they want and look like that's the aim, this shit is fake. I ain't even gonna, I'm not even, oh, I'm hearing, yeah, dig one more. Chinese, oh, 21 to 40 years. Interesting. I'm hearing dig again. Okay, water. African. Criminal. Two more. Thug life. Caribbean. What is that saying? So we had the money card. The underlying issue is all fake. We got the Chinese for about 21 to 40 years. They've been trying to play nice to the African, watering the Africans, but they're actually criminals. They're criminals and they're thugs. So, why is that important? Based on what I was saying, I was talking about the one world government agenda, and God interjected that it's all about the money and how China is pretending to be buddy buddy with the Africans, but really and truly, it's about the power. So, to all of you African leaders who are being befriended by the Chinese, just know, say, they're not your fucking friends. Don't get comfortable drinking their champagne and fucking their bitches and their boys. Don't get comfortable with that. It's temporary. It's to lull you to sleep so they can steal all that they want to steal from you and ultimately subdue you and conquer you. Because Africa, come on. As far as value goes, Africa is it. So you can play stupid if you want to, thinking that you got friends among these Chinese. You don't. It's all fake. All that kindness and all that. It's fake. Okay. God has spoken. Just in case you need more confirmation, it's a disguise. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. This new lifestyle. They're not your friends. So if they're now pretending to be supportive of you and whatever you're trying to accomplish, Africa, they're not your friends. Let's dig some more, I heard. So new lifestyle is a lie. I'm hearing 5 more. Faked death. So who you're looking at is still who you used to know. They haven't changed. It's the same person wearing a disguise of friendship and support. Let's read on. Faked death, cashless society, fake license. You better tell China, keep that bullshit over there in China. Don't bring it to Africa. 150 years and change their mindset or beliefs. They're trying to change you, Africa. They're trying to make Africa into a China. God says you better be your Nephilim self because you're not like them. Let Xi Jinping keep that cashless society shit over there. If his people don't want to get up and fight against it, then let them live their life, to each their own. But if you try to bring this stupid shit to the African people, you can go too. We don't want it. A cashless society means more power in the hands of the government and less in the hands of the people. You don't get to run our lives. You don't get to be the slave masters that we managed to take ourselves away from. You don't get to bring this one world government bullshit to us. We are a free people. Governed by God. And if you want to remain the leader of Africa, you need to make sure you're governed by God. Because you could get it too. I don't give a fuck what color your skin is. You wanna know why I'm talking like this? Who the fuck am I? You find out. Everybody was a nobody until they became somebody. Fuck around and find out. I'm hearing dig a bit more. So we got Nephilim. Flip. So this is my flip card. So you are people of God. You thinking of changing? You thinking of changing and becoming what China is? This is what you intend to put on the African people? Prepare for your death. Prepare to die. Prepare to die. I'm sick of all of you. God is sick of all of you. It's criminal. What China is doing to Chinese people is criminal. God said that. And anybody with eyes can see that it's criminal. Try bring that shit to Africa. Let's see what becomes of you. Prepare to die. Yeah, you want to flip and become in your Anunnaki energy. Like, I can be a good guy today and a bad guy tomorrow. Nah, bitch, you a bad guy if you choose to do to Africa what China is doing to China. There's nothing good or progressive about a cashless society. And one that's run on a scoring system, social scoring system. Prepare to die. I repeat, prepare to die. Straight like that. It's not about the color of your skin, it's about where your mind and your heart is at. By your deeds, we will identify you. We don't care what color your skin is. Do what you do, and that will tell us who you are. And that's all we need to know. You think that the African people went through slavery and all that stupid shit and finally got free? For us to be subjected to the stupid shit that China is doing to its people? You think we'd be cool with that? After all them centuries of suffering, that's the future that you want us to accept. So you're trying to flip from your Nephilim energy to your Anunnaki energy for money. Prepare to die. You're not going to get to enjoy that money. It will be the death of you. Prepare to die. If you accept what that stupidness that China is doing and try to bring it to Africans, prepare to die. Prepare to dead. We tired of you and your bullshit. All of you governments and your fuckery. Prepare to die. I'm hearing there's more. So we got the meat suit, mask, and we got specific marks on the body. You see, by what you do we shall know you. Those things that you do that connect to you, we will know you. So you can pretend to be who you want to pretend to be. When you do what you do, we gonna know what you stand for. There's only a matter of time. Do it and prepare to die. Your characteristics, we gonna see you. How long you think you gonna hide your true intentions for? African leaders who think that you gonna come and implement what China is doing to China on the African peoples. Are you dumb? Who are the African leaders that are actually considering this cashless society business that China is doing to the Chinese, bruv? Who are the African? Do I need to write all of your names on a motherfucking list? And use them, make a deck out of your names and use that deck to discover who the fuck you are. Fast track. Do I need to make an African leaders oracle deck so we can see who you are that China is in cahoots with, trying to bring cashless society energy to Africans and Africa? Should I show the whole world who you are that's considering this? Prepare to die. I'm not playing with y'all. I'm not playing with you. Y'all have suffered us enough. Calling yourselves government. Go govern yourself. If you like Chinese way of doing things, move to China. Since you love the cashless society and the social scoring so much, move to China. Black man and black woman. Move to China. Don't bring that shit around us. I am an African. My personal life trajectory is when I'm done with this fight, I'm going back to Montserrat to build a few things in Montserrat, and then I'm going to Africa, where I come from. I'm going back to my roots. I will be there. That's my personal life plan. I don't know what God got for me, but that's what I plan on doing with myself. From here to Montserrat to Africa. Couple years in Montserrat, and then Africa is my base. Try me. Prepare to die. Y'all have suffered the people enough. Stop it. Or prepare to die. Look, we got divine authority, female. I said, prepare to die. This female said, prepare for dead. Ah! I've had enough of you people. I've had enough of you. This female with the divine authority says, prepare to die, you African leaders who try to bring cashless society to Africa. I'm coming for you. We're gonna take you out, bruv, and undo that shit. So it'll be all for nothing. We got fake birth certificate and boring life. See, y'all see me as a simple female. Y'all see me as a little girl who don't know nothing about nothing because I'm young and because I'm just coming up. I don't even know how to talk the language of politics and all that too well. I won't be young forever. I won't be in this position forever. The people who knew me when I was 19, they can't believe that this is me at 45. They never expected me to be this. Just like you don't expect me to be able to fulfill those words that I just said to you, telling you you must prepare to die. Laugh. Those who knew me at 19, they were laughing at me all those years up until now. I bet you they're not laughing at me anymore. The US government that's been bullying me since 2008, they were laughing at me from that time, and I bet you they stopped laughing at me as of last week. Y'all don't know the power that God is giving me. It's not man that's elevating me. It's not humans that's lifting me up and empowering me. It's not humans that motivate me. It's not humans that protect me. I'm not a mere human being. I'm not one of you. Prepare to die. God will empower me. Laugh. Don't sound so funny no more, right? I see you stop laughing. Starting to make sense to you now? Today is today. Yesterday was yesterday. You don't know what tomorrow holds. You don't know who the children that you knew 40 years ago, 30 years ago, who have they grown up to be? Did you know they were going to grow up to be whoever they became today? Did you know? Stupid humans. Stupid humans. The bold and the clueless. That's what you are. Very bold and very clueless. Prepare to die. Try bring this cashless society shit to Africa. And make sure when you implemented it, you remember Chanel tell you to prepare for dead. Let the West keep their fucking Western shit. It's not ours. And if you love it so much, you should move from Africa. Leave. Think you know me. All of you think you know me. Because I'm a female. And because I'm young. And because I smile. And because I act goofy sometimes, you think you fucking know me. The same way you got two sides, I have two sides. A devil and an angel. Fuck. Think it's just you? Let the beast within me stay asleep. This collective is called the Beauty and the Beast Collective. I don't play when it's time to be serious. Learn that. When it's time to be serious, I handle my business. The reason why I'm so goofy is because people get scared of me. And I don't want people to be afraid of me. Only those who deserve to be afraid of me, I want afraid of me. The bold and the clueless get a clue about cashless society. Bring that shit to Africa and prepare to die. God will give me the power. God will give me the power. Capital W, capital I, capital L, capital L. Y'all think you know me. Y'all put me in this little box in your mind and you believe that that's who I'm gonna be forever and ever. Ask the people who knew me at 19 what they thought of me then. And through all these years, 25 years, did they ever, for one day or 1 second, believe that I would end up being who the fuck I am today? I bet you they'll tell you no, if they're honest with you. Because I'm so nice. I'm so pretty. I'm so calm. I'm so compromising and understanding. And that is why when I go into beast mode, I will not turn back. You've earned it. I carefully considered all the circumstances of the situation and I've decided beast mode time it is. Beauty and the Beast Collective. Learn that. Fuck. Full of shit. Bold and the motherfucking clueless. I'm tired of you people. I am tired of you people. About your government. You better implement the right things. Do your job properly or die. Or move to China. We have spoken. Short break. I have to wipe off some of the poisons off of my tobacco before I smoke it. I need a smoke. Well, I don't need one, but I want one. This is my thing. Everybody got their thing. Smoking is my thing. Fucking humans. That made me sick. Think you're so intelligent. Think you're so powerful. You think nobody gonna check you. Need to get real. Get real with yourself. Who gonna check you? God gonna check you through people like me. And the earth, wind, water, fire, heart, spirit, mind. God gonna check you. They're people like me. Y'all see people cool and you automatically think that, oh, there's a jackass. I'm gonna ride that jackass. Oh, that's an easy takedown. Oh, surely I can take that one on. Oh, surely I can challenge them and win. Oh, surely they're not more powerful than me. Oh, surely they're not more connected than me. I got more power than them. That's how y'all see. When y'all see humble people, that's how y'all think. But the truth is, that person don't know you and you equally don't know that person. Remember that. That is the truth of the matter. They don't know you and you do not know them. But y'all are so bold that y'all swear that it's enough not to know you. Because you just think that you're just so powerful. You just feel like you're so mighty. Mightier than your target. You swear you're mightier than your target. But you don't know your target. Even when you studied them for 18 years or for 45 years, as in the US government's case, them and Pata and whoever else work with them. Studied me for 45 years. Since I was born, they've been studying me and these motherfuckers still don't know me. So who the fuck is you, you little African leader? Eh? You think you're somebody. Operative word, think. You think you're somebody. You think you're smart. You think you're powerful. You think you got alliances that can protect you. America thought so too. America thought they had alliances that could protect them too. And God raised me up. And now I'm letting out secrets that not even the CIA know. I make public secrets that not even the CIA operatives know. Y'all don't know who God is going to raise up in the future, and it could be somebody that's right next to you. It could be one of your own children. You don't know who they're going to grow up to become. Be careful. You should be very careful. You don't know who the person is that you sleep next to every night. You don't know who the person is that you married to for 50 years, 75 years, and you still don't know them. Be careful. God can use anybody at any time to bring justice on the earth. God's plan right now is to bring a little piece of heaven on the earth. And anybody going contrary to that, you don't have God's protection. The US government thought I couldn't possibly have anything on them. I can't do anything to mess up their works and their plans, their dealings. They don't think so anymore. Thank God. All glory to God. I'm just an instrument. And I love my job. I love my persona. I love my characteristics. I love my life trajectory. You want to fight me? Bring it. But you're not going to win. And therein lies my strength. God's got me. God and his delegates got me. The earth, the wind, the water, the fire, spirit, mind, and heart, they all work on behalf of my safety, the people's safety, God's people's safety. Whose hand is trembling like that? Why are you trembling? I'm not scared. Why are you scared? Do the right thing and you won't have to be scared. Stop suffering us and you won't have to be scared. If you suffer us, that means you're our enemy. Give me another minute and a half, please. I had to brush and rinse the poisons out of my mouth because they're trying to ruin my teeth with whatever they got in the tobacco. And I'm trying to fight against it because I love my teeth. But I love smoking too. So no, I'm not gonna stop smoking. I'm gonna keep smoking. African leaders, I can create a deck with all your names in it and come out here, do a reading, and tell the people which of you are actually considering trying to bring that cashless society nonsense that China got going on to Africa. You will not be hidden. I will expose you by the powers of God vested in me. So the last message from this white man who is in love with Scorpio female. You all have your plans as to how you wish to see the world change. God has its plans as well. Okay? And God is not going to allow your plans to override its plans. You've been suffering the people for way too long. And it's time for it to stop. At the bottom of the deck, the last message to Scorpio female from this man. We got criminal. That's the subject matter. Oh God. So let's see. check these two because they're in the reverse. Check these two. Okay, they're meant to be the reverse. So the message we got 250 years. Boring life. Cashless society in the reverse. And reptilian in the reverse. So they got bored. Those at the top, they got bored with their fine dining and their easy living. They don't have to work for anything. And so they got bored. So they decided to cause mayhem for everybody but themselves. So they thought. They thought, oh, let's cause some problems for the people. That's what they chose to do to minimize their boredom with this easy living that they got. Let's cause problems for everybody else. That'll be fun. What they did not take into account is that people like me would rise. And suddenly they realize, God damn, the fire that we started is coming to consume our house. It's coming to consume our life. We didn't intend for that to be the plan. They were being too good. So their life was boring. Everybody was so good and helpful and whatnot. They wanted to behave badly. That's their idea of fun. Because they are not the ones wearing the sufferer's shoes, but God got a surprise for them. God is about to put suffering shoes on their feet. They're about to wear their own brand of sufferer's shoes. Since they want to cause trouble for everybody else, God say, how about I bring some trouble to you, Mr. and Mrs. Reptilian, since you don't care about nobody, because, ooh, it's not happening to my people. Oh yeah, this was a message from God too. See, I forgot that part. This is not a message from the white man, sorry. This is a message from God to Scorpio female, whoever you are. God said the reason why they turned to this criminal behavior and destroying society like this is because they were bored. Life was too easy for them. So they thought, ooh, let's make trouble for everybody else. Let's look at the underlying issue. So we got plastic surgery. Let's change the face of things. But it was a disguise. So they thought they were changing the face of society. They thought they were going to change everybody else's life but theirs. But it was a disguise. They didn't see how this would change their life too. Let's read on. Ran away, fluent in multiple languages. That's telling me they understand. So now they're running away from the fire. They ran away from the fire. Because I have a runaway card in here. And I have a ran away card, past tense. So they thought that they were going to change our lives. Because we were just too happy. We were a happy, progressive society. So they thought, oh, let's change the face of that. Let's get dark because this is boring. Now they run away. They already ran away. They know what they're trying to do isn't going to work. They've lost the battle already. And they understand that fluent in multiple languages. To be fluent in multiple languages is to understand the language. In this case, it's the language of society, psychology, human mental anatomy, and nature's anatomy. Nature's psychological, spiritual anatomy. They understand. Let's read on. Money, run away. See, they don't want the money and the power anymore. So Scorpio female, God want you to know these fucking people that are walking around prancing and calling orders and whatnot, they're scared out of their boots because they know what's coming. They know they've lost. They know they fucked up. Let's read on. So money run away from living grand. They're like, I don't want to live this life anymore. I don't want to be master of the world anymore. We got 200 years, 1,000 years, new lifestyle. So that's 1,200 years or so. New lifestyle. Simpler life. So it was too long that things were calm. Simpler life. You know, remember those days? There wasn't that much crime and whatnot around. There was actually something called community spirit. We used to love each other. We weren't perfect, and nobody's looking for perfection, but it was a fuck of a lot better than this shit that we're living today. So a long time ago, there was a simpler life. And then we got this new identity when this new race of people took over, aka the white man. They made the shit political and governmental. They used the government to run the people. They used the government to run society and change this and change that and change all of our lives for the worse. They're posing as governments, calling it politics. It's not political. It's straight reptilian. Just a bunch of people with the power who thought it would be a good idea to bring some evil shit into the world. Let's shake things up a bit. So Scorpio female, God is giving you the backstory of what is going on here and how you got to be how you are fighting for what you're fighting for. These people are just bored. That's why they did all this. They're too powerful. Life is too easy for them. They tried to create a challenging circumstance for themselves and they got it through people like you and I and whoever this white man's uncle is. It's all fake. They made it political and it's all fake. Bringing up all these stupid rules and all these new ways of being, it's all fake. We got 300 years, divine authority. So as of 300 years ago, God's been coming in slowly to take back over. Bring us to a time where we're cleaning up this mess. And now we are at that part of the story where it's clearly seen. It's time to clean up. "41 to 60 years, 61 to 80 years, all the elders." And we got silence. They need to shut the fuck up now because they are the ones that are responsible for this nonsense. They started it. They were bored with their rich lifestyle. So we got changed the nationality to vaccine from the food. Food meaning the psychology, the thoughts, the words, the teachings. Now they're in witness protection. They're trying to hide themselves. They run away. So these people have already lost. This one world government agenda, they know it's already dead. That's come out several times in these readings. They know that idea is dead. So now all we are doing, people like you and myself, is just making the corrections. We have to have the courage to go forward because these people are already powerless. Of course, they're going to do things to make us believe that they still have power because that's what they do best, is to pretend. Facade. Make it look like they're not scared. They're scared of us. They know they've pushed us to the point of anger, dissatisfaction. They know that right now we want justice, not just for ourselves, but for everybody. They know they've pushed us too far. They know they've done too much. So they ran away. They ran away already. Most of them, wherever they were living, I'm sure they don't live there anymore. They've taken their families and moved to some remote place somewhere. Probably got new identities, witness protection. So we don't even know who they are. So they think. They think they can hide. Let's read on. So we got Anunnaki. See, now they're changing their ways. They're not so reptilianish anymore. Now they're in between, you know? They could find the good within them. They could find some humbleness within them. They could find some semblance of who they were before they decided to go full retard. They want to change now. They don't want this fire no more. They don't want this war anymore. So no matter what you see them do and how you see them behave in society, it's all fake. It's all a facade. Because they don't put their foot in it and they don't know how to take it out without losing their reputation. They've presented themselves as, I'm the most powerful in the world, to the people around them. Now they look stupid, but they don't want to look stupid to everybody. So whatever they're doing now is just to save face. Make it look like they still have the power. Make it look like they are the ones that's safely taking us into a better world. Make it look like their hopes of still attaining this one world government agenda is still in full swing. It's not. It's dead. So now they're in between. Okay? Because the Anunnaki land right between the reptilian and the Nephilim energy. Okay? So we got 8,000 years and a flip. Interesting. We got the mask or the meat suit, fake certificate, their fingerprint is Thug Life under a new name. So what is that saying? So 8,000 years. I'm getting like we're going to enjoy 8,000 years of actually running Earth right. That's nice to know. But after 8,000 years, evil will be given the power to run the earth again. Our season will come to a conclusion this time around after 8,000 years. Evil is going to rise again. And at that time, we're going to get out of their way and let them do what they do until God says, okay, your time is up. It's time for good to run the earth again. So it's our turn. And we got 8,000 years. Right now, we got up to like 18 years, 2044-ish. We're going to see distinct difference in the quality of the system everywhere. 18 years. So we need to hang on and hang in there. And now it's time for us to do more learning and more growing and more living. Because we are becoming who God needs us to become so we can fully make these idiots sit down, humble themselves. Once that's done, we got 8,000 years for ourselves and our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, our great-great-grandchildren, and great-great-great-grandchildren to enjoy a slice of heaven on earth. But get ready for the next wave of the evil takeover. But it's our turn right now. This is our season. This is the season of good to run the earth. And just know that our evil opposition is not going to go honorably. Because they have to save face. They still have to act like I'm a bad man. I'm a bad gal. I run this. Knowing in their mind, shit, this is dead. So they're going to fight until their last breath from behind the scenes. But they know they don't have the kind of power and the pull and the influence like they used to corrupt we, the people. They're trying very hard on social media. Very, very, very hard. To no avail. We still see through the bullshit. It's been too long now. We've learned too much about the system. They have shown us their hand by trying to be bad because they thought that we could be played with. They thought that we were easy takeovers. They thought that everybody would be afraid of them. Not everybody, my dear. Not everybody. Yeah. So they're gonna come back and reign again on how they're getting things, the male energy. But they will learn life lessons then too. History repeats itself. They will learn life lessons. We got on a mission, African. What is African? Africa is the cradle of civilization. Africa is the center of it all. Africa is the land of the gods and the goddesses. So they're on a mission to be gods and goddesses again. They want to run and rule and reign the earth again. And they're going to get it. After 8,000 years. So for right now, they just got to be humble. Sit down. Be humble, bitch. Sit down. Or else I'm going to put you down. And I'm going to have the authority to do so because God said so. So yeah. Look, fake license, European. They're going to come again. They're going to come again trying to run things again. Change their mindsets or belief. We got police, the DNA, the makeup of them, the makeup of the world. because they want a new life. So they're going to get bored again and decide to come after us and our society again, and they will win in 8,000 years. Mm-hmm. Change the educational institution. Their accent will be psychological programming. We're doing this again. God's going to give them the power to be who they want to be again, reptilians. God is going to give them the power to be who they want to be, because everybody deserves to enjoy their own version of heaven on earth. This hellhole that they created for us, that's their slice of heaven. That's what they love. They don't like all this love and light and let's help each other and let's build each other's businesses and let's play fair. They don't like that shit. That's hell to them. Everybody who is of that mindset, whether they're black or they're white, that's hell to them. But it's heaven to good people like us. We love the light. We love truth. We love justice. We love happiness and joy. Other people's happiness, not just our own. With these people, these Europeans and the European thinking people, they love their happiness and they want to see everybody else unhappy. It's their pleasure. That's their version of heaven on earth. Understand that. We are not all the same. And they have a right to love that. Because if they don't have the right to love that, then what's the sense in being alive? Life itself is a gift for us to live it how we choose. It's just that there are consequences for this gift, because you could go around bullying somebody for 15, 20, 30 years. But when you run into somebody like me who is not going to stand for it, suddenly you see another version of the story. You start to see life differently. It unlocks something in their mind. So God come in and say, yeah, you can do that because their reputation is faulty. And that's how they like it. Their reputation is faulty and that's how they like it. They like to see other people hopeless. They like to see other people fucked up. That's the European mindset. That's why you got some white people that act like black people. It's because they come from a Afrocentric mindset. That's why you look at somebody white and say, you don't even act like a white man, you act like a black man. It's because inside themselves, psychologically, they're black. It's a mindset. You see some black people and you don't even act like a black person. They're soulless. They act soulless anyway, because everybody has a soul. But they don't use it for light. They use it for darkness. And that's what they love. They love competition. They don't care about other people's happiness. They will sell their children. They will rape their children. Excuse me. They will do all manner of evil to their own as well as everybody else's. Because that's how they're wired psychologically. And people be wanting other people to be like that. That's how we end up with cults. They find their flock. We think the same. See, we can have cults of negativity, but we can also have cults of positivity. But the problem with these cults of positivity is they be too positive. They're not balanced like me. There's a time to be peaceful, but there's a time for war as well. If you want to maintain your right to the quality of life and existence that you love, sometimes you're going to have to fight for it. You can't just be all light and love all the time to everybody in every situation. Nah, sometimes you have to tell people, yo, back it up. Don't do that to me. I'm not the one. I'm not that type. The results that you're used to getting when you deal with people like that, you will not get it with me. Find somebody else on your level, or else it will not end well for you. I promise you. And you get to praying, and God grants you your prayer. Because they have a right to be who they are, but you have a right to be who you are. God is a just God. You don't have to like them, just like they already don't like you. Live and let live. But live your shit over there, where you belong. The earth is not yours anymore. The earth is for those who do good. The meek shall inherit the earth. The earth is the devil's playground. Both of those things are true. But this is a season. And it is the season of the good people right now to reign. Run things. Sort this mess out. It's time for us to have some fun, making life beautiful for everyone. That's what we love to do. We built like that. And they don't have to like it. And we don't care. Your time up, evil man and evil woman. Go sit down somewhere. I'm hearing dig. Okay. So, yeah, so 120 years. Then we got learned life lessons. So, the situation for the good people come again. So, after they bring back this faulty way of being, it's going to take 120 years of them treating people like that, manifesting that shit, for them to learn some valuable life lessons. It's like you forgot how the story went last time. And so, this history start repeating itself again. 3,000 years, the secret is out, and the good people come back in again. So they're going to have 3,000 years to be here fuck up. So we get 8,000 years of good vibes, and they get 3,000 years to be fuck ups, to fuck up our lives. And then karma comes in again. You see? Just repeating itself. That's why I tell you, it's seasons. It's not that we're trying to take over y'all positions. You already lost your positions, bruv. This is not the season for doing evil. Evil is not going to benefit you in these times. That's not the energy that's governing this part of the human story. I'm telling you for your own good. I'm not asking you to be a saint. I'm asking you to please sit down. You're hurting yourself. Or we gonna hurt you. Because you keep hurting us. And we don't like it. Stop it. See, we got air. So the stories are gonna be told. It's a look-alike. It's happening again. We've seen this story before. History repeating itself. New life. We're doing it again. And we got 10,000 years. It's a lie. Go and hide. Because you're learning life lessons. For being like the Chinese. Chinese characteristic. You're being like the Chinese. So we got water. Birth to 10 years old. So That's growing up, knowing love and whatnot. Okay. And then we got 150 years. Listen to your intuition. It knows. So they grew up better. So what we got here? So after we get over 8,000 years of heaven on earth, they're going to come back in and take over. And they're going to get 120 years to suffer we the people again. And then it's going to last for 3,000 years. The reign of evil, the next reign of evil is going to be 3,000 years or so. Okay? And then we're going to have justice, where that's the people getting over their sufferation and creating their heaven and earth again. We're going to take back the power again. Then we're going to be telling all these stories of what happened. And we got the lookalike energy. We're going to be telling our generations of, or our children, it just happens over and over again. So then we have new life, 10,000 years. It's a lie. So these idiots, these evil people, they think that they're going to get it. They're like, if we get 8,000 years, then they're going to get 10, because I guess they believe that God loved them more than God loved us. But God says it's a lie. You need to go hide, because you're learning life lessons about being evil like these Chinese people. Because you know better. Water, age birth to 10 years old. You were grown with emotions. You were taught how to love when you were younger. You know better. That's why we got listen to your intuition. You got a fake passport thinking that you got a whole bunch of thousands of years to live. You don't have right to travel being evil for no 10,000 or no 15,000. You're getting 3,000 wicked people. When you take over the earth again, you are going to only get 3,000. You're going to fool yourself into thinking that you got like 10,000 years. You don't. You're not that special. Yeah. So we got, you were taught better from birth to 10 years. Then we got Indian energy coming in from 11 to 20 years, where you start getting all shady and mixed up in your mind again. Specific marks on the body. So this is talking about the psychology of the people who are to come, who are to reign in the future. They're going to be grown with proper manners and whatnot. And then they're going to decide, I want to be evil again. So they're going to be in their Anunnaki energy. So they're going to be in their Nephilim energy. Then they're going to turn Anunnaki. Then we got specific marks on the body. And we got birthmark and Caribbean. 500 years secret society to soil. So you see, the shenanigans start all over again. Then they're going to start to form their secret societies. Their little secret, let's take over the world and take over the government and take over this and that. And what's Caribbean? Caribbean is basically made up of people who were taken from somewhere else. So yeah, they're going to take up the mindset and the behavior of those before them, their ancestors from now, their inspirations from now. So they're going to hear of the stories of how the earth was run by all. They're going to hear the story of how the earth was run by all these evil people and whatnot. And they're going to decide, ooh, I want to do that too. So they're going to start to form their own secret society, and the shenanigans start all over again. And we're going to have to kick their ass all over again and take back power. How long will we have it for next time? I don't know. But this time, we got 8,000 years to reign as good, decent human beings on earth. I'll tell you what to do, evil people. You should go under the earth and create your own little society, and all y'all could be evil with each other under there until it's time to come out again. Okay? Right. So, thank you all so very much for watching. Thank God for all these downloads. It's like prophecy and whatnot come out. Yeah, God be doing some crazy stuff with this deck, boy. I kind of like this deck and scared of it at the same time. But yeah, that's what we got going on, ladies and gentlemen. So, Scorpio female, whoever you are very integral in the grand scheme of things, in the changing of the world, the changing of the gods. Okay, you are very integral of getting the devil people out of the spot where good people belong, so we can run a good society, so we can put some smiles on the face of our fellow human beings. Okay, joy in their heart and appreciation for God and what God created. Once again, let God be praised. Until next time, everybody, take care of yourselves and each other. Not perfectly, but better. Perfect is boring.